1625 West Fayette. This is the last place that I lived on Fayette Street. This is where I did most of my drugging. Matter of fact, all of my drugging, I believe.
For 54-year-old Fran Boyd, this now empty, broken-down building on Fayette Street in West Baltimore represents a life she long ago left behind.
When the house first got built, it was a new house. They called them city houses, and we were the first ones to move around here. My mother lived on the second and third floor. My sister had the first floor, and I lived across the street, 1620. I just have so many memories in this house right here. My youngest brother was gnawing off a heroin and dropped a cigarette, and my sister was burned to death.
Fran's story is one of addiction and redemption, and instantly recognizable to those familiar with The Corner, a book and HBO miniseries by David Simon and Ed Burns that chronicles a year in the life of an inner-city Baltimore neighborhood.
No.
It revealed Fran in the depths of her heroin abuse.
I first started messing with heroin when my sister Darlene died.
Her ex-husband Gary, also an addict, struggling to stay afloat on the streets, and her son DeAndre, dealing and using drugs at the age of 15.
This is where I stopped using. This was the last spot for me, 1625. And when I set out here, a lot of days I set out here, and it was just sad because I knew that I could do better, because before I started using, I worked at the telephone company. I had my own house, car, material stuff, and I had a good life.
Now 18 years clean, Fran lives with her husband Donnie and 2 children taken in from a younger sister who died of an overdose. Their new neighborhood, a quiet community outside of Baltimore, is a far cry from her old stoop on West Fayette Street. But Fran returns regularly to her old haunts for her work with the local hospital's HIV prevention program. And Donnie, a former Baltimore street legend known for robbing drug dealers, is active in anti-gang outreach. Fran hopes to partner with Donnie's Why Murder Foundation and open a center helping women coming out of prison or rehab, called Fran's House of Joy.
Me being a mother myself, I can remember when I wanted to go in treatment, I didn't have nobody to keep the rod, and it was hard to try to go in. And so I wanted to try to come up with something where women can have something to go to.
And they've joined with an unusual ally in their community efforts, Kevin Sherd, formerly known as the neighborhood drug dealer.
I ain't never told you this, but you used to put fear in me. I was a little scared of you. I was.
Kevin Sherd is now executive director of the Mario Do Right Foundation. It works to provide support and resources to the children of substance-abusing parents. All 3 acknowledge their part in the destructive cycle of drugs and violence in their old neighborhood. And it's for that same reason they're determined to bring an end to it.
This is where I used, this is where I was born and raised. And just take this area and start our program. And just looking around this neighborhood, just needs so much help.
I had a lot of time to think about all the destruction and damage that I caused, when I was much younger. And now, giving back is the way of just doing something better for your life.
Fran credits The Corner authors Ed Burns and David Simon for helping her do something better for her life. She holds on to the memories of her past, no matter how painful, as a powerful reminder of her future.
So I would sit out here some days and just look around and know, one day I'm going to get out of this. I just didn't know how, And it was people like Ed and David, that came along and helped me get out this community, which is the reason why I want to come back and help other people get out, because it's about giving back.